Hey guys, I just got a shipment back for my comics from my local comic shop. Stay tuned. Hey YouTube, it's Matt here. Hey, we got a haul video here, and haul videos are fun, they're nice. I like to watch other comic creators, YouTube creators do haul videos because it is fun and exciting to see what other people are picking up from the LCS, what other people are collecting. Two things, I am a big SpiderMan fan, I'm a big Conan fan, I love Spawn, I love Star Wars, I love a lot of things. I love Batman and Superman. And it's kind of fun to see that my collection and the books that I get from the LCS kind of mirror that. Now, if you've watched my channel before, you know that I use an online LCS. Now, there is a brick and mortar store. It is G Mart Comics, and it's in the Illinois area. It's greater Chicago area. And they have a great online site where I can just click on what books I want to order for that month, and boom, they show up in the mail. So, without further ado, let's get to some of these books I got. Now, Savage Avengers number 18. Now, you guys know that I am a Conan fan, and honestly, it looks like Megatron from Transformers, but I don't think it is. I haven't read this book yet. Literally just got it in the mail today. Now, here is the A cover for Savage Avengers number 18. And here is one more variant cover of Savage Avengers 18. Now, the variant covers, that's kind of a fun one to talk about because there's a part of me that I'm not a big fan of variant covers. But then there is a giant part of me that loves to see the fantastic art on some of these books. I love to see certain covers. So, it goes back and forth with me. And some days I like them, some days I don't. And I think that's pretty much going to be what happens with me for the rest of my life. Some days I like it, some days not so much. Now, here is Donnie Kapp's Thor number 12. An awesome looking book here. Now, this is a great book. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 101, the first appearance of Morbius. And we all know that there is a Morbius movie. Forgive me, I can't speak. We all know that there is a Morbius movie that has already been filmed and ready to be released. It has been postponed because of COVID. Now, unfortunately, this is not the original. This is a facsimile edition, but I like to collect facsimile editions of some of my favorite books and favorite characters. King in Black number 4. Donnie Kapp, again, is doing a great job with this limited series. And this is going to change the MCU for a long time going forward. A lot of stuff with that. And Miles Morales taking a punch right into the face, okay? This looks like a pretty good story. And again, I just got these books. I haven't read this. I'm assuming that that's Kingpin because, well, that's a pretty big fist. This is as big as the man's head, and fists aren't that big. So, anyhow, this is Gung Ho Sexy Beast number 2. I finished reading Sexy Beast number 1. Love that story. I cannot wait to read Sexy Beast number 2. And a great book from Boom Studios. This is Origins. This is a 6-issue limited series. And I haven't started even reading it. I want to get all 6 before I read any of it. If you have been watching the channel, you know that both my son and I both subscribe to Darth Vader. We both are big fans of this series and a lot of good things that are happening in the Star Wars comic books. And I told you, I'm a Spider-Man fan. I am working on slowly, this is not my main goal, but I'm working on completing my ASM run. I have most of the books. In fact, there are a small handful, less than 10, books that I don't have from 119 up to modern day. There is just a handful that for some reason are just holes in my collection. So I'm going to continue to get Amazing Spider-Man And someday sooner than later, I want to have a complete run of all ASM books. And there's a name I keep bringing up today, Donnie Kapp. Donnie Kapp is putting out fabulous work as in writing. Honestly, I think he might be the best writer comics have ever had. And if you only count a 3-year period, he very well may be the most successful writer in comic book history. He's got a long way to go to match some of the writers. And we can't even talk about Stan Lee because Stan Lee was phenomenal for a long time. Donnie Kapp isn't there yet, but if this young man's career continues, we could be talking about him in an echelon of great comic book writers. Conan with the Frost Giant's Daughter #3, and we've talked about variant covers. You're going to see a handful of variant covers of this exact same book, but that's all right because I love the art. I think Ablaze is putting out a lot of really good work. Ablaze is also the publisher of the Gung Ho series that I showed earlier. So here's a nice work of art. And here is another one, Frost Giant's Daughter #3. Now this wrapped up this series, and this is the last book that you will see in the Frost Giant's Daughter series, forgive me. Now these are 2 books. I'm not exactly sure which ones that these are off the top of my head. I ordered them specifically because they were ratio variants of Ablaze Studios Sumerian. This one is People of the Black Circle. I believe this is #2. And I'm a little upset because there's a lot of damage down here on this corner. And there's damage here on this corner. Now these are different books. And I'm not happy because I think whenever somebody was packing them, the dings kind of match each other. So I think these were together when they got dropped. I'm not real happy. I might reach out to that LCS and talk to them about that damage because that does, I'm not a big fan of that. So this one, I'm giving super props to my son because he is getting better and better at this comic game. He kind of speculated on this and he saw the second printing of Dr. Aphra #7. He's been collecting Dr. Aphra for a long time now. He loves this character, and he's starting to see things that are happening in the comic industry. So I'm giving him a lot of kudos for his research skills. Things that, if you've been in the hobby long enough, you still miss on these little tidbits of news. So he loved this cover. He thought it was fire, and he's like, hey, he ended up using some of his allowance to pick that up. So good on him. Now, Something is Killing the Children, #15, Boom Studios. This might be my favorite independent. In fact, I'm going to say it is my favorite independent comic book publisher right now. So, Boom, if you're hearing this, I need a sponsor if you're thinking about it. But in all seriousness, they are doing an excellent job at telling stories. This is #15. I have heard, and again, I don't want to repeat this over and over, but I haven't read these books yet. Just came today. This is somehow the ending of the story of the first story arc of the series. Really excited to get that. Now, this is Spencer's Batman Superman Future State. Now, what issue is this? Issue 2, Batman Superman Future State, issue #2. Now, I'm not even sure what's going on here. There's some pig man out there, so you got to watch out for him. I love this cover, okay? This is such a great cover. I'm digging this computer-generated art that is on the Spawn covers. So kudos to this. Spawn #315. And here is another cover. Again, I'm a variant guy. I like variants. Not all variants, but the books I collect, I do kind of like having variants. Spawn 315. Great cover right here. I'm not sure who the artist is right here. Oh, Greg Capullo. So it says so right on it. I should just read it next time. And on this one, I can almost guarantee you just by the style, and somebody, please correct me, this looks like Todd McFarlane art. I am not seeing the name written on the cover, but I think it is Todd McFarlane. So this is another book that's been putting out some really fire covers lately, and we're going to talk about some amazing Spider-Man covers. But Amazing Spider-Man #60. I kind of love the little centipede, in the heart shape. I'm not sure what's going on in this book yet. Symbiote Spider-Man #4. This is a good book. This is a King in Black tie-in. Now, another book from Ablaze, the Sumerian. Okay, Sumerian, Frost Giant's Daughter, #3. It's another variant cover of that. They've been doing 4 covers on the Sumerian books. That's not counting the ratio of variants that they're doing. So there are actually up to 7 or sometimes 8 variant covers per issue that Ablaze is putting out. Now, I'm known as having all of the Conan covers. I am going to have to do some backtracking on these Ablaze Sumerians because they are putting out some variant covers and they're kind of hard to get because it's not a super high print run. But Marathon Runner, this guy, I will get to them. Marathon Collector. Now, this is a book that I like. We talked about the fire covers on Amazing Spider-Man. Well, Amazing Spider-Man 55, second printing. Love it. So much that I got it again. And another one. There's something about this cover that just speaks to me that I like it. Oh wait, I got a 4th one. This isn't normal for me to get this many multiple covers of the same book. And I already have 6 covers of the A1, or forgive me, the first printing. I do have a 1 in 50 second printing variant. I've showed that in a different haul. And that is a white and black one. And this one is my 6th second print. Now, I told you I had other copies of the first printing of ASM 55. Here it is, back from CGC. It is a 9.8, and I'm stoked about that because black covers are traditionally hard to get into 9.8. This one makes it. And I have another one. Now guys, like I told you, I am not normally that person that buys multiple copies. But every now and then I do, and I absolutely did on this one. So, guys, if you liked seeing this haul video and you like this content, please hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. Please put a comment down on the bottom because I love talking to people in the comic book community about comic books. So, guys, I appreciate you watching, and everyone, have a good day.